Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. John here today, and today I thought I would just go through 1 year of ownership with the Softail Standard as we approach 3,000 miles on the bike. So stick around for the next segment of the video and we'll break down my year with my Harley. So yeah, I've had the bike for 12 months as of next week, and I've done 2,859 miles. So I feel I've been through everything with the bike at this stage that I could possibly put it through. I've encountered all types of weather, all different types of roads, and I feel I've got a good grasp of the bike's capabilities and what it can do and what it can't do. The real learning curve for me was obviously moving to a big V-twin, moving from an R6 sports bike, which was a big adjustment, but it was quite easy to get onto, didn't really struggle with that. Obviously there's a huge weight difference and a complete different handling element as well, but I got onto the bike fairly quickly. 2 weeks after I got the bike, I went and done the North Coast 500 trip with Aaron and a friend, and door to door that bike went through 1,400 miles in 4 days. So it was a fairly intense trip. It was a great trip. It was really good, and you know, me and Aaron thoroughly enjoyed it. Will we do it on a Harley again? I don't know. I personally wouldn't, unless I had sissy bar and another saddlebag. Even at the time of the trip I didn't have a saddlebag, which I do now, but you would probably need 2 saddlebags and a sissy bar, probably. So that was good. And we had all types of weather there. We had hailstones and snow, we had ice, rain, heavy wind. Scotland's weather is something similar to Ireland, and the bike managed okay, so that was good. The one thing I would say about my Softail Standard is the handling is so good. Whenever I moved to the Harley, you know, Aaron was keeping me right, and everybody else that Aaron was aware of in the Harley circle was keeping me right on which bike to get, but the handling on the Softail Standard surprised me, and Aaron would say the same. It handles very well, and I do feel that if this bike got to stage 2, stage 3, it probably could blow most 600 sports bikes away. There's a video. That's a video. If anybody wants to donate money for me to do a stage 3 on the 107, I'll drop you my PayPal below. But yeah, it does handle very well. The other thing with the Softail, the riding position is very good. It's just me down to the ground, nearly literally. It's a very low riding position, but these mids are good. Handlebars and the pullback are good. These mini apes, very good. I've seen some guys change them on YouTube and stuff. I've never really entertained that idea, to be honest. If anything, I would have maybe vinyl wrapped them, including the triple trees and the forks, but just haven't gotten around to it. So I like the mini apes. So the styling and everything is good, but the performance, it's not very powerful. This is stage 1, there's obviously not much power difference, but it's not very powerful. It is the 107, so it's not the most powerful Harley out there. It is the smallest M8 that they now make. They used to make the 103, but it's now the smallest 107. Sorry, the smallest M8 that they manufacture. So there is that element to it. I mean, if you're looking for a powerful Harley or a quick Harley, the Street Bob is probably the way to go. In the 114 engine, or even one of the newer range of models now, like the Lowrider S, which has now been revamped up to the 117. So it's not a quick bike out the gate. It needs a bit of work done to it, which hopefully I will down the line. So that is something to consider, but it's great for, like today, I'm going out on my own, no real plans, just going out for a ride up to the north coast of Ireland. Perfect for that. This 107 as stock, that engine, that whine of that engine, is really overbearing. You know, before I got the stage 1 done, It sounded like a tumble dryer, it sounded like a washing machine. It was so bad, it was so whiny. Now that I have the stage 1 done, hopefully you can hear that rumble, and that's what I wanted. And I didn't know that at the time. Whenever I went to get a Harley Davidson, I thought you bought a Harley Davidson, they sounded like that out the gate, and that is definitely not the case. There's levels to it, there's money to it as well. So that is one thing to consider, is you do have to spend a bit of money to get it to sound like a Harley Davidson, which is a bit frustrating. Whew, that is steamy. So that is one big drawback of buying a Harley Davidson stock. I guess probably anybody watching this probably knows that. 16 months ago, if I didn't have Aaron telling me that, I wouldn't have been aware. But it was the gamble I made at the time. So that is something to bear in mind when you go to buy your first Harley Davidson. The cost of a Softail Standard now as well. In the UK, when I bought my Softail Standard last year, it was £12,985. I think it's now actually gone up £1,000. I think it might even be £13,995 or something close to that. I'll just double check and I'll pop that in. I'm assuming it has also gone up in price in the States as well. So they are more expensive. So that's something to bear in mind. You know, the Softail Standard, it's in the name. It's completely standard. So there's loads of opportunities to customize it and stuff. There is packages that you can buy with the Softail Standard. So there's a touring pack and things like that, and comes with a little bikini fairing, or you can get it with panniers and things. So there is options. I bought mine completely stock, obviously, which is just what I wanted to do. So it is customizable. It's very customizable, actually. That's the one good thing about the Softail Standard, is there's loads of options to customize it. There's a lot of aftermarket products out there. I got myself some black mirrors, the Arlen-S grips, the Arlen-S pegs, the shifter, stage 1 Vance & Hines pipes, the Arlen-S monster sucker air intake, changed the cap from a chrome or silver to like a black finish, and there's loads of other options as well. Those are just simple quick wins that I had within my budget at the time that changed the aesthetic of the bike. So loads of options there. Not an awful lot of negatives about the bike. For a first Harley, I mean, I think it's absolutely perfect. I don't think, if you have the money, of course there's people out there that jump straight in with Harleys and go for road glides and road kings and sport glide specials and all this kind of stuff. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that at the time. I know I wanted a Harley. I definitely wanted a Harley Davidson. Aaron had one, and I just loved everything about it, and always did want one. Always did like them, even as a child, even though I had no idea what motorcycles were, but I liked the idea of one. So I knew I wanted a Harley Davidson. So the Softail Standards were new in at the time whenever I was at the dealership looking, and it looked like the right one for me. It was slightly smaller than most Harleys. It was the smaller engine, but it was also the smaller budget as well, because I was worried that I was going to buy a Harley and get caught up in a finance agreement or be out an awful lot of money for a bike that I didn't enjoy, and there was an element of risk for me there. So going for the smaller option, the cheaper option, and the entry level option, I mean, it's the cheapest V-twin that Harley manufacture, so it was the least risky option for me, and to be honest with everyone, that's why I went for it. And then also, if I did like the bike, it meant then that I could customize it to what I wanted it to be. So that was a lot of positives. You know, that was the main positive. That was the main positive for me, was it was a cheap bike, got me onto the Harley market, Harley ladder, and then I could customize it as I wanted to. So that's what's great about it. Obviously the Sportster range is available. Well, now we have the Sportster S and that new Evolution engine. I loved Iron 883s and Iron 1200s and 48s. I loved them. In fact, Aaron had a 48 and I loved it. And I like the irons as well. In fact, I really like an iron. I'd love an iron Sportster, an 883 or a 1200. But we had a lot of big trips planned. We live sort of central of the north of Ireland, so anywhere decent to explore in terms of a road trip is about 60 miles away. And for a little Sportster, that's one full tank. And Aaron had obviously experience off the Sportster and advised me to stay well clear. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Sportsters. I mean, I still would like one. I really would, because they're just a bundle of fun. But realistically, they're not practical for what we wanted the bike for, and that's just it. That's the only reason why I didn't go for something like that. This has a 13.5 litre tank, close to 14 litres. On a full tank, I can get in around 180 miles of economic riding, let's say, if I'm not toasting the engine. There's a GS, lovely bike. If you haven't seen our GS video, I was fortunate enough to ride a GS 1250 2022 model, triple black. Go and check that out. What a machine they are. Another big question is, have I outgrown the bike? Have I gotten used to the bike? Do I now need something else? Yeah, there's probably elements of that. There probably is. And that's to be expected, I guess, when you buy something at the entry level. I mean, that is to be expected. So, in terms of the next move, I mean, this is still a great bike, and I plan to keep this for at least another year. I don't plan getting rid of this for at least another year. I still haven't had all my fun with it, but I probably will move up. You know, I probably will move up to at least a 117. I've experienced Aaron's Lowrider S at 117. It's a 114 with a stage 3, takes it up to 117. Will I move up to something bigger? Probably. Still haven't had all my fun with this. There's still lots of fun to be had, lots more trips planned, a few more accessories, maybe even a stage 2 upgrade. We will see. But after that, yeah, I'll probably move up to something bigger in 12 months time. What that is, I have no idea, because there could be something bigger and better from Harley in 2023. But I've experienced Aaron's Lowrider S, his 2020 Lowrider S, which is stage 3, takes it up to 117, and even at that power level, that power band, I was fairly comfortable and felt like, you know, there was no problems, and I wasn't scared of the power, and you know, I was quite comfortable on the bike. So that's possibly where I would go. Like, I have got my eye on the Lowrider S 2022, the 117. I mean, that would be a monster of a bike. But we'll see, it's early days. We'll see. But this is still great. I say it's the smaller engine. I mean, it's still a 1745cc engine. It's still a big M8, you know, and the M8's great. And I have all the power I need. To be fair, there's probably somebody going to say you don't need any more power. That's fair enough. You know, that's their opinion. I'd like a little bit more, especially top end. It does die off a bit up through the revs. I mean, RPM max is out at 6,000. So, yeah. But that's what Harleys are for. If you want, someone's going to say, if you wanted something 10,000, 15,000 revs, go and buy a sports bike. And yeah, you're absolutely right. But I would like a bit more power. That's all. Something just a bit more lift, top end. If I do know that some of our subscribers are Softail Standard owners, just going by previous comments on some of my other videos, drop a comment, let me know how you're getting on with your bike, because I want to see if anyone shares, you know, my thoughts and experiences as well, if they're the same as the other Softail Standard owners. So please drop a comment below, let me know how you're getting on with your bike, what your thoughts are, how long you've had it, and maybe what your plans are. Are you going to hold on to it for a bit longer, or are you going to upgrade? Because I'm at the 12-month mark 3,000 miles in, and I'm not sure what to do. To be honest, that's probably it. I'm not sure what to do. Do I get this riding season out of this bike and then move on, or do I start to think of what else is there? But I still enjoying the bike. Maybe that answers my question. So everyone, that was just a quick summary and some insight into my life with the Softail Standard over the last 12 months. Some people may agree with some of the things I've said, and some may not, and that's totally fine. But if you did like this video, remember to drop it a like below, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you in the next one. See you guys.